Hello everyone, my name is Puck and welcome to my page. So, welcome. This is the first ever video on this channel. I'm super excited and I'm very grateful for you that has clicked on this video. Now, today's video, as you could have seen it on the title and in the thumbnail, is all about books. To be exact, it is the mid-year book tag, but it's not a classic one. Let me just straight with that one, because I want to talk about every single book that I've read. Yeah, we're gonna do speed dating with a book. You know, I'm just gonna talk about it really quickly. I'm gonna go through it fast. So, let me show you the books that I read. Hold on. That's a lot. Let's get over some quick stats from StoryGraph. My StoryGraph account is in the description. I have my laptop here with all the stats. So this video was filmed on July 1st. So we have everything from January 1st all the way to June 30th. A real 6 months. So my book haul of this whole year, 2026, is 52, which means that at this mid-year tag, I should be at 26. I've read a total of 26 books. Pretty good. I'm right on track. I have read a total of 10,639 pages. That's a lot. My average time to finish one book was 7 days. My main mood was adventurous, from which I have read 10 books in total. The pace, we have 25% of books that were fast-paced and the rest was medium. Now going into page number, 38% of the books that I've read were 500 pages or more. 12% ranged from 300 to 499, and 50% were less than 300 pages. My main genre is romance with 11 books, closely followed by 10 fantasy books and 9 mangas. I read a total of 21 French books, which you may think that's a problem because we're talking in English. Don't worry. 3 English books and 2 Dutch books. My main reading month was in June. So my average ratings for books was 4.09, with my ratings ranging from 3 to 5 stars. So in this whole entire 6 months, I have DNF'd one single book. La peau de chacun by Honoré de Balzac, which is this in English. It's so long. Its description, it's just pure description. It is so long. It agitated me. It was not fun. And I've even tried the audiobook just to get through, and I even DNF'd the audiobook. Like, I read this to like here, about half. Then I listened to the audiobook for like a few other chapters, and I just stopped. And it was for school. So that was a problem, but it was okay. Like, the test was on one of the first scenes, so it was alright. But yeah, it was just not fun, you know? I've taken a long time. I think I was reading it for about a month when I decided to finally DNF it. So that's really something. So now, let's get into the real guts of this video. We're gonna be talking about every single book. Now, if they're French or Dutch, and if they have an English translation, I will put the translation cover right here in the corner so that you are able to read it as well. So let's start. We're gonna start with this book right here. The first book that I finished this year, it is called Métamorphose in the series De Sang, des Cuits et des Glaces, written by Alexandre Delis. As you can see, it is French. I have read this from the 1st of December last year to the 5th of January this year, and I given it a total of 3.75 stars. It was pretty good. It's awesome. Right, this is like a YA fantasy with like a very romantic subplot, but it's extremely subplot. And when I say extremely subplot, I mean that it's like, if there would not have been romance, honestly, the story would not have changed at all. It was just there, and it was super clean, and it was super awesome. I really loved it. Then the next book, I'm gonna talk about this book later because I read the whole series. The next book was Onthoud dit altijd, in the series De Jongen, de Vos no. In the series De jongen, de mol, de vos, het paard en de storm. So this book is written by Charlie Mackenzie, I don't know how to pronounce it. And my mom has the first book and I haven't read it, but it's basically like live quotes with little drawings. I got the Dutch version. I read it in one day, to be exact, the 6th of January, and it gave it 4 stars. That's pretty good. I'm just gonna put this next to me actually, because I don't think it's gonna fit on the table. But as I just said, this one I'm gonna keep, because I just said I read the other books. So first of all, here's the second book, which is called Légende. I read this from the 6th of January all the way to the 14th of January and gave it a 4.25. I do not remember what was in which book, by the way. By the way, if you're asking what are those notes. So like I don't remember what was in which book, so we're just gonna count this as one thing. It's awesome. Read it. Do, please. I don't know if it has an English translation, but if you're French, just read it. I don't care what age you have. This is good. This is good. It's about a girl named Persephone. This is Persephone right there. And Persephone, she is basically like trapped inside her home, and then she finds out that she's a mermaid. Right? It's awesome. Then I read another school book. Well, this is actually the first one that I read. Carpe Diem. So Carpe Diem is an anthology, which means that there are a lot of little poems in there with little explanations by a girl named Elsa Marpeau. I read it from the 9th of January all the way to the 14th of January, and I gave it 3 stars total. It was honestly boring, but it was well written. So, because what you should know, my rating system is divided in 3 things. We have writing, liking, and plot. And so sometimes, like this one, I give it a 1 in liking. However, it was just genuinely well written, and as there wasn't a plot, it just goes up. Then my baby, Le Garçon et le Dragon by, I do not know who this is, Idonaka. It's my first manga, well, the first manga that I read that is going to be shown in this video. This is so good. I cried. I have never cried reading a manga. Like, I bawled I'm not even kidding, I bawled my eyes out. I was like, it was so sad. I loved it. I still love it. It was my first 5-star read. I read it from the 17th of January to the day later, 18th. So it's pretty good. And I loved it. And I really recommend it. And you will cry. And it's also fun. Like, it's thick as well for, I mean, it is also drawing. Look at that. Look at how pretty. It's so cute. It is so awesome. It is so like, you may think, oh my god, it's a kid's book. No. This is for everyone. And not kids, I would actually like to say. It's awesome. 100% recommend. 5-star read. The best read that I've had so far this year. Not even kidding. Then another manga. I was on my manga spree, right? La Chanson de Lala, volume 1. So written by Sui Kono. There you have it. I also read this in one day, the 18th of January all the way to 19th of January, and I gave it a total of 4 stars. It was pretty good. It was a bit incomprehensible, but the second volume really put things up. But it's pretty good. I really liked it. It's like a fantasy thriller. The last manga for now, La Belle et la Racaille by Fushishika. It's a girl's love. It's a Yuri. It's a very clean one. It's like a slow burn, like an extremely slow burn. All right. I read it in one day, 19th of January, and then I gave it 4 stars as well. It's pretty good. I really recommend. I love Yuris. This is my first, like, it's my baby. It's very cute. It's very sweet. So then I finally finished the series with the last book in the Song de Cumin de Glace series, which is called Atlantis. And I read it in like a month. I took a month. 15th of February all the way to 12th of March. No, actually, 15th of January all the way to the 12th of February. Sorry, I misspoke. So then I finished the series. We got Advances in the same series of the song that I just talked about. You know, that one YA fantasy with like a very romance plot? Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. I read this from the 15th of January all the way to 12th of February. That's right, a month. That's about a month. That's long. That's very long to read a book. And I gave it 4.5 stars. It was a really, really, really good read. And this is the final book in the series. Also, there is a spin-off with the background of a certain character. I'm scared. I don't have it yet, but I haven't read it. But I'm scared. Then the English book. Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros in the Empyrean series. So, of course, Book Talk's well loved. Probably, if you're watching this, either you've heard of it or you've actually read it yourself, because this is such a viral book. I've read it from the 12th of February all the way to the 28th of February, and I gave it 4 stars. It was not my favorite in the series, but it was really good, and it really sets the world building very properly. So, it's pretty good. Then, of course, the second volume, Iron Flame. This one is thick, but like size comparison. Iron Flame is thick. I really like Iron Flame. It is my favorite in the series up until now. I read it from the 1st of March all the way to the 15th of March, sorry. And I give it 4.5 stars. It's really good. It's actually my favorite. It's basically a lot of yearning, a lot of, oh my god, a lot of miscommunication. But it's very lovely. And it's also a lot of war. It's also a lot of fantasy, you know? This is not like a romance, like just romance, which is pretty good. And then, of course, we have to finish off the series. Onyx Storm. Now, you may ask, book, why the F is it's not the same edition? It's not even the same size. It's not even like, what is that? The edition that matches this one came out a week after I finished reading it. I'm not even kidding. So I'm basically very pissed right now. Also, I bought this online without knowing that it wasn't in the same edition, because it's also like the same publisher. So I just was like, what? This one is a 4.25 stars, and I read it from the 16th of March all the way to the 30th of March. It left us on a cliffhanger. Rebecca Yarros, release book 4, please. Also, why? Like, why are you talking about an untitled Empyrean book and then not book 4? What is it? And give book 4. Like, what? She has recently posted about making the playlist. We're far from getting it. Then, that was the last English book, and this is the last Dutch book. Das Macabre. That sounds very French, I know. It's based off of a French song. So to be exact, it is written by Paul Van Loon, and it is based on, well, not actually it's based on, it's made with an attraction in this Dutch theme park called Das Macabre, which is very new, and I love the attraction. And then this came out and I saw it, and I just took it. Also, it's very, like, look at that. Oh my god, it's so pretty. It has drawings. It's so pretty. Like this. Don't y'all want this in your room? Like, it's so pretty. However, it is a children's book. I read it in one day because it's like, look at the right. That's a pretty drawing, but look at the writing on one page. I read it in one day, the 31st of March, and I gave it 3 stars because of the reason that it was a children's book. But I know that when I was a child, I would have eaten this up. But I do prefer other books by this author in the same genre, in the same exact style, in the same exact wish, because it is also for an attraction for the setting. I do prefer them way over this. It feels like this one is very rushed, but other than that, it's still like, if you're a child, read it. If you're an adult, you don't have to. So now we're going into the French book talk. Coup de cœur, pépite, as we like to say it in French. I'll just like all the English viewers to look at this. Contemplate the cover. Isn't it wonderful? Isn't La Révolte de la Reine wonderful? So it is written by Morgan Moncombe. It's a historical romance. That's right. I have read another series by this author before. She is very popular in France. She is called la reine de la book talk, so the queen of book talk or books in general. So la reine de la reine, it's like that means queen, and like it's a funny joke. La reine de la reine, le combec de la reine. Because it's been a while since she's published other books. I read it in 9 days, from the 1st of April all the way to the 10th of April. 5 stars. It was wonderful. It plays in Versailles, like it plays with like the French monarchy. It's so awesome. It's very feminist, and it's so awesome. The second book in the series is coming out September 2nd. This one came out about a week before I bought it. I bought it the same day, a week before I read it. So like it's fresh, and the second book's coming so soon. I'm so excited. It's better than Fourth Wing in book, but also in the fact that we're actually getting the next part. Then we have another pépite de la book talk. Jamais 203. Quentin Jarnot. It's a romance. French people do love ourselves some good old romances. I read this very quickly. 11th of April all the way to the 14th of April. I did give it a 3.25. Like, it's not my favorite. It's good. It reads very quick. Like, the writing style is super smooth, and it reads really, really quickly. That is why I read it so quickly. But I did like it. Basically, it's about this girl named Stella. And Stella, she, like, knows that she's gonna die. Will she die or not? Like, it's basically that. And then childhood friends to lovers. Honestly, like, I recommend it still. I really do. But it's just, I saw stuff coming and I cried. I cried even though I knew what was happening. It was not fun. But it's well written, like, on its own. Book for French class. Auchan. Maupassant. Look at this date that I left it. I left it too long in my bag. I read this in one day, 19th of April to the 20th of April. 4 stars. It was actually not that bad. Honestly, I have read so much worse for French class. Like, the other books. This one I actually liked. I mean, I really like the writing style of Maupassant, and these are like little novellas, basically. On its own, it's already a novella, but like every single story in it is also a novella. We were only made to read 4 novellas in total, like the 12 that are in here. I read all of them because I like it. It was weird, but I liked it. It was pretty good. Fou de la Reine, Quentin Jarnot, the same author that we just had, if you have been listening, right? So I read this a little bit longer, so from the 14th of April to the 29th of April. However, I did rate it way higher. I rated 4.75. That's almost 5. That's for the people that don't know math. I can't talk. It is awesome. It is a dark academia romance. Also, the second book of this one is also coming. I'm not sure of the date, but it's also coming pretty soon. Or at least it has been announced. I'm not sure. I don't remember, but it's not. It's great. It's awesome. I cried too much, and I was like, oh! And I was on the edge of my seat. It's like a thriller, mystery, romance, weird, and it's good. It's really good. I actually did not saw the ending coming compared to the other one, which that means that it's good if a plot twist really hits. We're back at the mangas. Frieren, first volume. It's a pretty known manga. It's a fantasy manga. I do not remember much of it because I read it in 3 days, 23rd of May all the way to the 25th of May. I rated it at 3.5. I mean, it wasn't awesome, but it was not bad as well. So, it's alright. Another manga, Chainsaw Man, by Tatsuki Fujimoto. By the way, I did not tell you what Frieren is by. Frieren is written by Kanehito Yamada and drawn by Tsukasa Abe. So Chainsaw Man is written and drawn by Tatsuki Fujimoto. It's the favorite manga series of a good friend of mine, and so I just decided to read it to make him happy. He has been wanting me to read it for such a long time. I read it in a day because it's really, really short. I gave it 3 stars. Like, it's not in my favorites. I have like separate box of mangas that are not my favorites, and then that are my favorites. It's in my not favorite, but it's like, I don't like gore that much, and already on the cover you can see it's pretty gore. Now we're almost through it. I mean, we have about... Okay. Now the next one is a French book, even though the title might be deceiving because it's an English title. Captive. Look at how tiny she is. It is written by Sarah Rivens. It is a dark romance. However, it's not that dark. Like, it's one of those dark romances that are considered dark romance because he is mafia boss. He hurt her in one scene, but it's not that dark, honestly. I really liked it. It was one of my first dark romance that I've ever read. I'm glad that I actually started with this one. So I read it from the 26th of May all the way to the 5th of June, and I rated it 4.75. That's pretty high. It's one of the higher books. It's one of the higher rated books. So now let's get through with Perfectly Wrong, also known as Captive 1.5. That's right, this really funny spin-offs. It is good. I actually like this one, I would say, more than the other, but as the other one was already so high, it was not a 5-star as well, so it's also a 4.75. I read this from the 5th of June all the way to the 18th of June. It's the friends of them falling on, well, no, it's the best friend of the MMC in the other book that basically gets back with his childhood ex. It's super cute. This one is, and it's also thick. It's longer than the actual series. And this second book is not yet out in this format. I have to wait till November to read it because I want it in the same format to not do the same error as with Fourth Wing again. But okay. The amount of books is extremely short, which is why they just spawned here. So the amount of books that we have left is short, so I have not put it on the table. Manga, second book in my little Yuri. I really liked it. I need to buy the third one. I read it in one day, 18th of June, and then I rated it a bit higher than the first one, a 3.75. It was still a lot of urinating. They're still not together. Officially. Let me just say it like that. But it's good. I like it still. They don't have to be together for a romance to work. Another manga, Sons of Vinyl, volume 2. I read it the 18th of June. I read a lot of books 18th of June. Just prepare yourself. I finished 4 books that day. I gave it a 4.5 stars. It's really good. I really love the first one as well. It's basically like a slice of life short story collection about vinyls. It's super pretty as well. And look at that. Look at that. It's pretty, very, very cute. Very cutesy. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. It's nothing more to say than that. So the next book is a second in La Chanson de Lala, which this one looks really weird. Don't worry, it's not weird. It's still a fantasy thriller, and this explained a lot of the incomprehensibility of the first book, which is why I rated it somehow very, very high, 4.75, and I read it in one day, the same day, 18th of June, as with everything that's going to come right now. Actually, no, that was the last one, I believe. Yeah, so this is Le Bouquiniste. This is made by the same publisher as Sounds of Vinyl, and it's basically a slice of life, except this time it's about a bookstore owner. Yeah, I can't say more of it. I liked it a little bit less than the Sounds of Vinyl, but that's because the Sounds of Vinyl already had a first book, and it was basically already following the stories, and this one was just like world setting and stuff like that. However, it did come with a very pretty bookmark, so I'll give it that. Bookmark that matches this This one. It's made of metal. I'm gonna show it to you later. So I read this in 2 days, the 18th of June and then 19th of June, and I rated it 5 stars. Was good. 5 stars. Did I say 5 stars? I meant 4 stars. I'm not even kidding. I got this as a gift from a teacher of mine. Don't know why. We were making a test. He was reading this. He then just posted it on my table. I then gave it to him at the end of class. He said, no, keep it. It's a very old book. It's very old. It's called Villa Aurore by J.M.G. Le Clésio. And it contains 2 stories, Villa Aurore and Hors la Monde. I read it in 1 day because it's very short, little novella. 19th of June, and also it's a children's book as well. 3.25. I did not like it. I just didn't. I really didn't. I did not comprehend. I mean, I've read voice books this year, but I just did not understand it. It was just not. It's not fun. Then the final book, Midnight Lies. It's still a deceptive title. It's still French. Written by Acacia Black. This is the spin-off of another book that I really, really loved that I read last year called Midnight Kiss. The Midnight Kiss was a sport romance. This one I would not qualify as such, but it's really good. I read it in 3 days. 4 days. 4 days. From 20th of June to the 23rd of June, which sounds like 3 days, but like 20 and 21 and 22 and 20. That's 4. 4.75. This is thick, by the way. This is 700 pages. No, this is 600 pages. I read 150 pages a day. For an unknown reason. I ate it up. I really love romances, and I really love this author's writing style. I 100% recommend this. Even if you have not read the other book, it really works separately. I recommend them both a lot. I mean, I don't know which one I liked more. I like them equally, I would say. But they are both really, really, really good. 100% recommend to every single French person watching this. Lis ça, s'il te plaît. So that was every single book that I've read in the first 6 months of 2026. So now let's get on to my current reads. So my current reads, I have 3. They're all in English. We're getting better. We're getting better. The first one is A Little Life by our dear Hanya Yanagihara. I've read this for such a long time. I'm only on 40%, which is page... I don't know where I'm at. I do not have a bookmark in it. Why can't I see the page number? Where is the page number? Page 326. That's 40% of this book. Look at the state of this. I dropped water on it, which is why I stopped reading it, because I'm not going to bring this book to school. And also I was annotating it, so it's also really hard to do that in school. And so I just stopped reading it. I'm reading it for the book club with my 2 best friends. It's the first book of our book club. And I really like it. That's not the problem. It's just very dense, so it takes a while to get through it. And also because I'm annotating, and also because it's thick because of the water, it just takes a while. But I'm going to continue it. I'm probably going to start, keep on reading it tomorrow. It's been a while since I've touched this book, but it's really good. I'm not saying that it's not good. I'm just... It takes a while to get into the story as well. And my other current reads are Powerless and Powerful by Lauren Roberts. I'm doing the tandem read, which means that I'm basically changing chapters every few. I have the tandem guide that I'll put here. Look at that, the tandem guide. It's really good. Now, before y'all come to me, come at me, more so. I do know that Lauren Roberts is accused of plagiarizing The Red Queen and Hunger Games. Those are 2 series that I have not read. I have bought the whole entire series except for Fearful before I knew about these accusations. I will not state an opinion on this before actually knowing for myself that it's true, aka having read Hunger Games and Red Queen. Before that, I will not tell you to read it or not. I'm just gonna treat it as any other book. Up until now, I've been enjoying it. I've been really enjoying it. And Fearful will come out in the same edition very, very quickly, as in a week or something, or 2 weeks. I will buy it knowing of the accusation, but that's because I will finish the series. I know it's like maybe a bit egocentrical to do, but I just will finish the series, that's for sure. I will boycott like the rest. Like I will not buy special editions, even though this may change my life. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not finished. I will like I will talk about it, but I will always state that I know about the accusations and that it's not good. Like I do not support plagiarism. I do not support plagiarism at all. Alright? At all. It's not good. However, I just do not have the personal proof, and don't be in the comments like, well, here's the proof, here's the actual scenes that she actually copied. I don't care. I have not yet read it. I have not seen it for myself, and I will only say my opinion once I have done that. And it's on my list. But for now, we're just treating it as any other book. Alright? So, parentheses closed. I really like it. Up until now, I've been really eating it up. I really love the tandem read as well. It's my first tandem read. But what I just wanted to say is, like, look at the page, like, difference of, like, that's short, of, like, this font size. Like, look at this font size, right? Remember that? Look at this font size. Why? Also, the bookmark that I was talking about. Look at how pretty it is. So here I'm at page 296, which is about 60%. I did read today, so what is a little bit less for. I think I was at like 57% yesterday. This one I was at 66% yesterday, and now a little bit further. Really recommend, really love. I mean, again, the accusations are there, but if not, I do, like, it's a good series. On like what I've been reading up until now, I've liked it. So, you know, that's all I can say. Let's move on to my physical TBR. So on my physical TBR, we do not have a lot of books. We have Reckless. We have Fearless. I'm gonna wait on reading Fearless until I have Fearful to also do that tandem read. Here's the tandem guide, because I've been really enjoying the tandem read between Powerless and Powerful, so I want to do same thing with Fearless and Fearful. So I have to wait until that comes out, but I don't think I'll have Reckless finished before that, so we're good. We have a manga named 2 Forbidden Scrollery. However, it's volume 2 and it has been gifted to me. I do not have volume 1. I cannot find volume 1 anywhere. Nobody has heard of it. I have had this since New Year's Eve. It's just, I'm not touching it because I'm not going to read this before volume 1. I'm not even sure if I want to read this because it doesn't even, like, seem interesting to me. Sure. We're just gonna, if ever I happen to stumble upon the first book, then I'll give it a try. And I have German books. I know we were talking about Dutch, English, French, German books. I do not speak German fluently. This is actually for learning German. First of all, we have Momo from Michael Ende. So I read this book in Dutch when I was a child, so I already know the story. So I'm gonna be reading it in German to learn German mainly. But I really love German books. They're all the same size, because this is the second one. It's not at all the same idea, right? Mancrest University, from what I understand, it is a romance, an academy romance, right? It was new released when I bought it. I'm gonna read this at like end of next year probably, because I cannot speak German this good to touch this. But look at that, it's not at all the same thing. It's the exact same size. It looks pretty on your shelf. I will only want German books from now on because it is pretty. It's very pretty. Now, other things that I have on my TBR that are more mentally are mainly Heartstopper, Volume 6. I love Heartstopper. I actually have an obsession with it. I have every single book ever written by Alice Oseman. I own it. I've given it all 5 stars. I'm very excited, but also scared for Heartstopper Volume 6, which comes out tomorrow. So, that's that's fun. So excited. Other things that I'm very excited for are the things that I've already talked about. ACOTAR 6. I'm very excited for that one. That is coming out on October 27th, if I'm not saying anything weird. However, I do need to read the entire Monsterverse before that, because I have read Akata, but in Dutch, and I only own 3.5 and 4, so Frost and Starlight and Silver Flames. The rest I've read on my Kobo as well, so it's like... And I have not even touched Throne of Glass or Crescent City yet, but they're both on my list, and apparently, if you want to read Akata, if you want to read those series, you should read it before Akata 6, because apparently Akata 6 will spoil these two. So that makes me a bit scared. Or Akata 6. I'm calling it Akata 6 because I count Stars and Frost. Frost and Starlight. Wait, is that what it's called? No. Frost and Starlight? Code of something like that. I'm counting it as a 4 in this case. Officially it's 3.5, so officially it's Akata 5, but that's the detail. Also, we're getting 7 as well, like super quickly, so that's very exciting. I need to read the entire Monsterverse though, which those are like these size of books with like the same font probably as this Powerless one, which this font size makes me basically read like 30 pages a day max, even though I'm reading for like an hour. It is crazy, because normally, again, like I've maybe read like 1 hour and a half per day to get to that 150, like maybe a little bit more. So that scares me, but I'm excited for it as well. Other things that I want to read, but I'm probably not going to be able to touch because the Monsterverse are Caraval and Once Upon a Broken Heart. I have not yet read a lot of the book talk faves because I'm very new to book talk, so that's why. And I also have some mangas on my list. I have some series that I want to continue that I've been reading even last year. You will all see that coming up in future videos. But for now, I would like to thank you for watching my very first video. Hi again, my name is still Puck, and you're still on my page. And if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. And sorry for this not so classic book tag, but I just wanted to yap about books. See you later.